trying to bring some of these concepts down into words is like trying to make a pixel out of a rainbow. So, because I wish to communicate from my soul, I can't use words because my soul doesn't have words, and neither does anyone else's. Sacred geometry, it is literally geometry itself is sacred. I'm going to read you this quote. This is a quote from Johannes Kepler. And it says, "Geometry existed before the creation. It is co-eternal with the mind of God. Geometry is God Himself." This is so fun. Actually, it's really tricky for me to say what I do because what I mostly do is just be myself. And then it turns out that I made art. I became an artist when I was being myself. So I am a visual artist, I'm a teacher, I'm an author, and I'm becoming all kinds of things. I moved about 17 times by the time I graduated from high school. So there was no feeling of being grounded. However, every place that we moved, there was always the church. I was very into the Bible studies and worship services, and I did all of it. And my internal world, though, was starting to crack because none of those things were actually who I was. It was just me acting like how I was told to behave. And so the cracks showed up in my physical health, in my mental health. I didn't want to hear one more person tell me what God was going to say about anything. I'm like, I know you don't know either, right? So I heard this, I saw this video. It was talking about sacred geometry. And I'm like, how could geometry be sacred? That's so dumb. Like, it's a math class. That's not sacred. And then he said, you really don't know what we mean until you actually physically do it yourself. And something clicked for me. And I was like, I'll be the judge of that. We'll see if that's true. And so I would come down here and draw these circles. They just felt so good. It wasn't judging me. It wasn't being like, well, that was wrong. Everybody speaks geometry. Any building that you're in, any city that you're in, has always been drawn out in geometry first. We draw it in geometry in order to get it because it will exactly translate. Also, music. Music is expressed in geometry. Color. Sound, everything about our material world is literally expressed through geometry. Not only the wisdom that is transmitted through the shapes of the circles, lines, and dots, each color communicates a piece of wisdom. So for instance, when I use yellow, I am saying, I make all things new. The wisdom of red, I am designed to shine. The wisdom of green is, I take mature, responsible care of my creations. The wisdom of black is, I know that I am safe. And rainbow, anytime in my work you see rainbow, it means the as yet unimagined creation. It's the things that we have yet to even imagine that we ourselves will and must create in order for this whole beautiful future to emerge. each one of us creating as ourself. I know what it feels like inside to want and desire something so badly that you almost can't even say it, and you are, it's so precious that it's so tender to you. I was attuning to that feeling when I created this, that I imagined that if there's something that some person is sitting here and they have this longing desire for, they don't even want to say it, I have a yes for whatever that thing is for another person. And so just like when you do a line, you have to have two points, make a line. Here's 1 point already, and they arrive with their point. And so now we've got a line to it, and now we've got a line up. And so that's why this is filled with a bajillion dots. Every person who comes here and sits here with wonder, I want them to find themselves in here. I take this very, very seriously. It is very serious fun, very serious beauty, and very serious pleasure and delight.